Let's talk a little bit about your writing. I love your writing, and I love what you're doing with the kind of the 21st century way of releasing music, which is single after single after single. But I'd love to hear about the role of your vocals, because your vocals are what sets you apart from so many other singers, right? And I want to hear you talk about how your vocals help you as a songwriter, because I know that there has to be a strategy there in how you're writing these songs to fit your vocals, right?
Yeah, I would say it's more of a mood than it is vocals. I mean,
Okay.
obviously, I when I get into the studio, I have to find the right key. Like I just got done recording 5 new songs last week, and 2 of the songs were too high for me the way that they were written. So we had to figure out what key would be best, and we just played it live. With session players, they're just like, okay, let's try this key. Okay, let's try this key, and just the whole band is playing, and they switch the key like that. So it was really awesome to be able to find those keys for me. But my writing process is more like, well, I think in my younger writing, it was more like I would get drunk, I would come home from work, and I'd turn on my pellet stove and I'd write in front of my pellet stove. And Medicine Man is one of the songs that I wrote. That happened because I came home drunk and decided to write in front of my pellet stove. Whereas like now, my writing process is a lot different, where I'll take notes in my phone of a melody that I'm hearing, or a topic, or a line that came to me while I was driving. And then I'll ask one of the session writers that I've been working with, like Jesse Slack or Steve Fee, or just Nashville people that have been sharpening their tools every single day, right?
Yeah.
I don't do it every single day. I do it like maybe once a week or something. And I'll be like, hey, I have this idea. And if they're into it, they'll write with me. And most of the time, I would say 99% of the time, they're in. So my writing process has been a lot different as I've evolved since The Voice, and since I've gone solo. And there's and different parts of my life too, whereas before it was always like I never wanted to sing about love. I never wanted to sing about happy things. It was always very depressing, like
Yeah.
angry, angsty stuff. Now, like last week I recorded 2 love songs. I'm like, who am I? you
Let's go.
know
That's good to
yeah,
hear. You talked
yeah.
about since the voice and kind of the evolution process of your writing. The voice is a cover show, right? Like you're essentially doing cover songs. So I'm curious how you feel your writing has matured, not just since the voice, but because of the voice.
Mhm. I think, I mean, we were also very busy, and there was 100 of us going into this. But I would say I did write a song with the core group. We wrote a little ditty together, and that was the only song that we really wrote during that whole 6 months. I
Hmm.
just I just didn't have time to do that. But since The Voice, Reba put me together with her publishing team. She put me together with some of her songwriters, and that's what kind of got the ball rolling. I didn't know. I was also, by the way, my producer Jason had me do writing sessions because I've never done it before. I'd always just write my songs and come to the studio, and then we would record it. Whereas I had to sit with people that I didn't necessarily agree with their songwriting style, and I had to learn how to adjust to it. And it was a big growing pain for me, because I thought being an artist just meant you write your own songs, you do it your way, and you stick to your guns on it. But really, it's about compromise for
Hmm.
the listener.
Yep.
You have to write for the listener. You don't necessarily, I mean, some songs, of course, are really close to my heart. Like Other Side is a very close song to my heart, but I couldn't just be like, this is what he did to me and this is how it happened, like, and
Hmm.
I couldn't go that deep. I had to like make it almost surface level, but enough for you to understand what I'm going through. You had to hear the pain. So